A thought I have every day. How are you as a mom supposed to work 9 to 5 and then drop your kids off at school at 8:30 and then pick them up at like 2:45?
Hey, beautiful people, how y'all doing today? Check out Maya Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. Another interesting video. How are women, our mothers, supposed to do 9 to 5 work and still be a good mom? How is that possible? How would the maths? Because the math is not mathing. You're going out to work and you're still taking care of those kids. There are mothers that do these things on a daily basis. It's a normal thing for them. They go to work every day, they do 9 to 5. And they also take care of their kids. Not just one child, they have kids, 2, 3, 4, and they are okay. They are doing it as a normal work. But is it supposed to be so? Is that how it's supposed to be? Let me roll this video for you all to watch to the end, and I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
A thought I have every day. How are you as a mom supposed to work 9 to 5 and then drop your kids off at school at 8:30 and then pick them up at like 2:45 and then meal prep, make dinner, do laundry, keep track of all of their activities, then take them to extracurricular activities, work out, be a good wife, be a good daughter, be a good friend, and then also take care of your mental health. And I'm sure I am missing like a whole slew of other things. Like, this is just a general thought I have. How are we supposed to do this? Oh, and you're supposed to have a side hustle. You're supposed to climb the corporate ladder. What else am I missing? It's wild.
When we talk of mothers working, I'm going to try and explain with what I'm familiar with. Imagine you doing 9 to 5. And when they say 9 to 5, it is not 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It is always before that and you finish after that. But then let us assume it's 9 to 5. You have to wake up around 4:30 a.m. or 5 o'clock. And you have to prep your kids to school if they started going to school. The ones that are not going to school, you take them to crèche. You just take them out because, of course, you're going to work. You're working, and you don't have anybody to stay at home because apparently most dads don't stay at home to take care of their kids. But then you wake up 5:30, you prep your kids to school, you cook, you bathe them. Imagine you have like 3 kids, you bathe these children, you feed them, you do all of that. Then when you're done prepping them, as you're prepping them, you're also prepping yourself for work. So both all of you leave the house together. You leave the house together. And when you close from school or from work, you have to, go pick them in school. Most of the time, school closes earlier. Some school closes earlier. So what some parent does, kind of parent are in this setting, they pay for extra hours because they know that they cannot leave work at that time. So they pay for extra hours in the school so that they can be able to pick the child when they are done from school. So imagine your workplace very far from where you stay. Where I'm from, we are familiar. Like, if there's no traffic, we are scared that is there what happening? If I'm driving and there's no traffic on the road, I am already like something is going on. Is there like no movement and I'm outside and I'm going out or I'm in trouble? I'm thinking because I default setting, there's always traffic on the road. So if you're living somewhere where I'm staying, and that is Lagos, Nigeria, is very populated. If you're living there, you assume there's traffic. So you have to leave for work very early. And when you're leaving after work, you have to leave before work close because when work closes, when it's closing hour, the traffic is extreme. You can't go out because the traffic is extreme. And when you leave at that time, you come back very late. I don't think mothers should do 9 to 5, in my own opinion. I have a few reactions on these videos. Let me share this reaction and I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video. But then, what is your take on this 9 to women that have to work and also take care of their kids?
Thought I have every day. How are you as a mom supposed to work 9 to 5?
You're not. You're just not. That system is set up 100% for failure, and it's terrible, and it's super, super sad, and it's one of the main reasons that drove me to figure out a way to work for myself so that I don't have to be away from 9 to 5 while having a child, while having to do all the other things that we're supposed to do. Like, it's just not, it's literally not possible. And society has made it seem like if we can't do all of that stuff as moms, that we are failures. And it's just, they simply set us up for failure. And I think it's really important for us as moms or any parent. My husband's a stay-at-home dad because I do bring in the income, but I have set up so that I work for myself and that it's fully automated. And so I delegate all of the work out so that I can be present as well, because that's just not cutting it anymore, going to work 9 to 5 and being a parent and doing all the parent stuff as well. And I think, we should really look at all their alternatives, because they're selling us a lie and they're setting us up for failure. I am a media buyer. What that means is I have clients, I run their meta ads, their TikTok ads, and I do their email marketing. I find clients on Upwork, LinkedIn, and Indeed. I don't have a college degree in this. I just positioned myself as an expert after learning the skills completely and totally online. And now I book clients and I pay people to do the work, so that I'm just solely responsible for client acquisition and quality control. And so that way I have plenty of time to spend with my family and do the family mom stuff. And my husband is a stay-at-home dad, so we're together at home all the time as a family. And I think with the rise of AI and things like that, we're finding a lot more ways to be able to automate and delegate work rather than us having to do it. And I'm hoping that a lot of other people can kind of find that route and not listen to society as they tell you that you can have it all. You can have your career climbing ladder up the corporate ladder dream and be a parent, because while you can, it's just so unrealistic.
Mom's supposed to work 9 to 5 and then drop your kids off at school at 8:30.
Girl, you're not! Okay, seriously though, I could go on forever about how systemically we have failed, all because of Reagan and post-World War II just BS, but let's go back all the way. Let's go back to the deep anthropological roots. Let's go back to how we evolved as an actual species. Let's talk about the human animal. So there's some very interesting science about birth order, but there's also some really cool stuff about how back in the Dizay, when we were in our sort of hunter-gatherer, when we were Mesopotamian farmers, that kind of thing. If you look at the birth spacing, let's say between chimpanzees and great apes, their birth orders are usually, I want to say on averaging about like 8 years apart between each child. With humans, it sort of evolved to be 4 years. That's like right in half. And the reason that we did that is because we evolved to be a communal species. As in, we did not evolve to have just a singular family unit containing a singular family unit. We're supposed to have multi-generational community. That's how we evolved. We're not supposed to be working a 9 to 5. I'm not supposed to be working a 9 to 5. I'm supposed to be on a beautiful island in the Philippines with my yiddies out eating mangoes. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. But here I am in Kansas with a mortgage and a credit score. Like, honestly, what is that? And I know all of my incredible followers are really expecting me to go on this long tangent about the how and the why, but I'm just feeling so exhausted, and I know that I, like every other caregiver in America, is feeling freaking exhausted, and we're so tired of having all of our work devalued so much that I just want to give you a little bit of a takeaway today. Be loud about your struggle. Be loud, because if you are quiet about your struggle, people will say that you enjoyed the pain. Sorry, I just noticed that, like, I think I have some asparagus popping out where it's not supposed to, but that's kind of okay. You want to talk about systemic change? Take a look at the ballot of all your local representatives, your state representatives, your city representatives, and just start writing letters, writing emails, being like, hey, my name is so-and-so, this is my lifestyle, these are the issues that I care about. These are the frustrations that I'm having, and that at very least will give you a little bit of a sense of control, and that'll give you a little bit of a start towards a better life. And I already said this, but I am going to say it again. Be loud about your struggle. I tell everyone all the time that motherhood is the worst thing I've ever done. I love my child so much. I love him so much. I would kill or die so fast. And it wouldn't even have to be a real threat. I would just have to think it was enough of a threat for me to actually, like, murder. But the actual act of motherhood, the actual systemic existence of motherhood is so awful. And I tell everyone, and I advise you to do the same, and I thank you for doing the same. And also, who does your eyebrows? Because they're gorgeous.
A thought I have every day. How are you as a mom supposed to work 9 to 5?
You shouldn't be expected to, and are actually meant to fail at it, because the system is patriarchal. And your failures fuel that patriarchy, because women will keep trying to fucking excel at it. So the system needs to go. But I'm very glad that this generation is waking up to these facts early enough to start making change a possibility. Love y'all.
How are you as a mom supposed to work 9 to 5 and then drop your kids?
Sweetie, the answer is you can't. But women have never worked a 9 to 5. Our hours look more like 6 to 10 p.m. because you work up early in the morning. You get your kids off to a healthy, happy start. You make sure they eat. You make sure they have everything packed in their backpacks, and you get them off to school. You kiss them goodbye and say, have a great day at school. And then you hurry like a mad woman to work to make sure that all your assignments are done before their due date. Then you do your girl math. You figure out if you skip lunch and then you work on this project and that project, you'll be off in time to pick them up from carpool. But as you get older and they get older, you get a little smarter. You get them involved in every after-school activity imaginable. If it's glee club, chess club, tennis, golf, debate team, I don't care. I just need something so you can stay after school a little bit longer to give me a little bit more time to finish projects, finish assignments. And then when I pick you up, you're starving. So I've got to hurry home, make sure that food is ready and prepped, and start dinner. I got to help you with your homework. I got to do laundry. I have not even had a break for myself. So no, you'll never work a 9 to 5 as a woman. Your hours will look more like 6 to 10 p.m. But guess what? We do it every day. We do it with a smile on our face because we love our children and we're willing to sacrifice ourselves for them.
How are you as a mom supposed to work 9 to 5 and then drop your kids off at school?
That's because you're not supposed to. We were never supposed to do it all as mom. I don't know when society decided that it wants to throw everything at women, especially moms. I don't know when it was decided that we are supposed to be these unrealistic superhumans who just do it all and do it well in every single aspect of our lives. We're supposed to delegate. We're supposed to outsource. We're supposed to have a village. We're supposed to have someone taking care of other aspects of our lives so that we can focus on one thing at a time. When we force ourselves to try to meet these unrealistic expectations, we find ourselves failing at every single one of them. It is when we take the time to delegate, outsource, find a village, build a village, when we actually start enjoying motherhood. This is when things stop feeling like everything is falling apart. This is when we actually start to enjoy our kids, enjoy our marriage, enjoy ourselves as women. And I'm going to repeat it again for that one mom who feels like they're doing everything they can, yet they're failing at everything. You were never, and I mean it, never meant to do it alone. You have always been meant to have a village, even if you have to pay for it, especially in today's world.
For me, I feel like we are not supposed to work and go out and do all of that stress. I am related where I'm from, like what I'm familiar with. If I'm doing 9 to 5, if I'm going to work 9 to 5, like I'm leaving my house and I have kids, I'm going to be admitted in the hospital every week because I can't take it. I can't take the stress, right? I cannot wake up. I cannot be waking up 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, prep, cook, do this, do that, take the kids to school, come back, enter traffic, and go to where I'm going to work because I have to work diligently so that I can keep getting paid. Then come back home, then still go pick those kids or pick them on my way home, then cook again, dinner, and do all of that. Do you know some women do all of that and they say they are married? This is why we say you're a single mother in a married home, because out of all this work now, what is your man's job? Because some people say men cannot provide 100 If they cannot provide 100, stop having kids for them, because you are the one that is going to suffer it at the end of the day. Mothers cannot take the fact that their kids are suffering, but fathers can overlook it. Most fathers don't like their children, so if they are not progressing, it doesn't affect them. They are still living their life. They are happy because they are naturally selfish, right? Out of all these things, where is the father? The father who goes to work, he doesn't prep. He doesn't prep the kids to school. Yes, he's going to do is drive the car and drop them in school. That is the most they can do. right? It doesn't cook. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't beat them. Doesn't do anything. The is to drive, and he goes to work. He come back home, cross his leg, and watch his favorite TV show. While his wife that went to work will still cook and clean. Mind you, the house will be dirty with kids inside and still clean while he eats and sleep. Please tell me why you will not be happy to be a dad or to be a husband in that kind of house. This is the reality of most women in their married homes. They work and they take care of kids, which is not supposed to be so. If you want to focus on taking care of children, focus. And you can actually do other jobs. Because me, I will tell a woman, even if you have kids, you have to work. So when I tell you have to work, I won't tell you have to go out to work. I will tell you can work from home. You can do things that very flexible job that you can go like 2 times a week, 3 times a week. So far you're earning something, it means a lot for you and your children. So if instead of you just saying, oh, my husband pays the bills, I will just be a child wife and just stay at home and not do anything, I pity you. Because when he stops paying the bills or when he tells you it's over, there's nothing you can do about it. You cannot go back and change the ends of the clock, right? So you have to still do something. You have to still work one way or the other, but work a flexible job that can allow you not to break down, because there's no how a woman will keep doing that over and over again and she's not going to break down. It's going to be very difficult for her and she might lose it one way or the other. I kind of like kudos to women that do this. When I see women that do this and they go to work and they take care of kids, they clean the house and all of that, they still take care of their husband, like, how are you people? Do you guys have superpowers? Because it is not all women that can do it. I cannot do it because I am going to be admitted in the hospital every 3 days. Every 3 days, the hospital must see me. I must be collecting drip because I am not built for that kind of stress, right? So I feel like mothers are not supposed to work. You're supposed to have people around you to help you. If you're working, at least have somebody. Maybe you have a help at home that is helping you, or you have somebody, nanny or something that helps you with some study. You just need help. You can do it all yourself. You can't do it all by yourself. Forget the fact that they say women are stronger, women are very. They just use all of this just to make you do some things that you're not supposed to do by yourself. So you kind of carry on that, suit of I am very strong, I can do everything by myself. At the end of the day, your body is going to tell on you years later. Is it that your chest start paining you, your back, you cannot bend your knee? Like, you're going to have serious illness years later. So even if you're strong now to do all of that now, time will tell. Time will tell. What is your take on this video? Let me know your thought down in the comment section respectfully. And thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.